Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to make an engraved reindeer on a wooden coaster with a pyrography tool, our wood burning tool here. So what you'll need a pencil, you'll need of course a wooden coaster, and so heat up your wood burning tool, and please be careful when using it because it does heat up to 750 degrees, so you want to make sure you don't burn yourself. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the outline of the reindeer. Make sure you draw it in pencil so that you can erase as you go if you make a mistake. If my proportions aren't right, I'll just make a correction as I go. It's easy enough. Feel free to pause the video at any time to make any corrections or any changes. And forgot one leg. Here we go. And the antlers. I think I should have made that one a bit bigger, so I'll do this. Okay. So by now your pyrography tool, your wood burning tool, is probably ready to use. Okay. So there's our drawing of our reindeer. And what you're going to do is you're going to go over it. I use this tip most of the time for most of my projects. There are different tips you can use. I'll show you a couple of them for different shading effects and outline. And this is my favorite really to use, but this is another one. Put it on the table there. So that's another one there. And there's also This one kind of looks like a paintbrush, so that's another tip. And one more here. Oh, stuck. Okay, and that's another one. So there's different ones to use for different things. So if you're making flowers, for example, you would normally use this one here. You know, for making the tips of the leaves and things like that, and shading. Yeah, and this one you can use for, you know, making dots and curves. This one with the round tip. And this one is often used for shading, different shade effects. And like I said, the cone tip that the cone point, I should say, that I'm using now is what I use for most of my projects. I find it easier to do different angles and shading as well. I mean, there's a lot. I can do most everything with this one. Okay, so now we're gonna start. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go over it lightly, and don't hold down your tool too long, because it will really, you don't want to burn a giant spot where it's supposed to be, you know, a line. So you want it to be precise details, so you don't have to keep it in the same spot very long. Just go over it lightly, and you can always retouch as you go. And if you haven't used a wood burning tool before, it will take some adjusting. It'll take a bit of time for you to get used to it. Don't get discouraged if, you know, if you make little mistakes or something like that. But please just be careful not to burn yourself. I've done that many times. Not so much now because I'm used to it. I've been doing wood burning projects for a long time now. Okay, here we go. As you can see, you basically hold it like you would a pen, but don't touch this metal part here. It does get hot over here, but it won't burn you. The longer you leave it in one spot, it will burn darker, and it'll be a thicker. If you're making a line, for example, it will be a thicker line, depending on how long you leave it in that one spot. I love doing wood burning on coasters. I find it makes for a beautiful rustic touch in the home. If you like a rustic home decor. I do a lot of wood burning, as I was saying earlier, on coasters. I also do wood burning on bamboo cutting boards. If you want, after the video, you can always check out my Etsy shop. The link is below the video, and I have some of my work there. And I always have new items coming out, of course, in the shop as I go. If you don't see it, it probably sold out really quickly. But you can always send me a message to request a custom order as well. And if you're wondering where can you get the wood slices, if you haven't bought them before, there are some craft shops that sell them. But if you want larger quantities, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg, then you can go on Amazon and you can find them. You can get bulk amounts of them online. Or if you know someone locally, like I do, they can cut it for you. But if you get someone local to cut it for you, it takes about 3 weeks for it to properly dry before you can use it. So you can't really go and cut it and use it the same day. That's not possible. You'd have to have good drying time. I know I've seen wood slices in craft shops before, but they're usually only sold per piece. And where I make these on a regular basis, I need large quantities of them. So many times I'll get them cut locally, or I will buy them online. I make these as coasters, but you can also get them with a hole on the top. All right, so it's looking good so far. I find it easier as I'm working to just rotate the coaster to be able to do some details. After you've tried a few projects, you'll get the hang of it. It'll be much easier. Okay. We have to finish the antlers. Another thing you can do, you can use these as coasters, or you can make a hole through the top for a tree ornament. And you can also put a large magnet on the back, so you could put it on the fridge. Another thing you can do is you can get different shapes of these, or you can also get it like a rectangle shape, or even a smaller circle, and do gift tags. So you could do like a to ... from ... and then make a little snowman or something like that. So I'm curious to see how your project turns out. If you want, you can let me know down below in the video. And also let me know if you have any questions or comments. Take your time and try not to rush your work, because you don't want to make a mistake you can't fix. It's one thing if you're drawing it, you can erase and fix your mistake, but once you're using the wood burning tool, the mistake's there. Okay. Also, the wood burning tools you can find at Michael's or other local craft shops, and you can also buy it online on eBay or Amazon. And there's different, like I showed you, the three pieces, the three different tips you can use, but there's more than those tips. Once you get familiar with the tool, you might want to buy different additions to your set. I know they have different tools you can add to the pen to create different looks. Okay, so it's looking good. You can also do different quotes. I do a lot of quotes on my coasters. Okay, so you can keep working on your project and meet me back here, and we'll keep working on the reindeer. So the antlers are done now. All we have left to do is the outline of the reindeer. These also make great stocking stuffers. You can add them to another gift. You can put a ribbon on it and put it on top of a present. Right, so we're almost done our reindeer now. We're just finishing the one of the legs here. And voila, there's our reindeer. Let me know how your project went, and leave your questions and comments down below, and please subscribe for more videos.